Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with their opponents. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They go play fake. Mahomes rolling to his right. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. This is Hines, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. This is brought in at the 21. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Titan football. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
On first down, Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Hines. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Hines again. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is indeed good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Wilson. Flushed out right to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try to cover him before he gets going.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Pushes him over. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Mixon running right. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really... And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for Indy. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run with Hines. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Hines. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. 3 and 5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5 and 5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3 and 6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson got this complete to Racey McMath. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mixon will try the right side. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 33. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. left, it's Mixon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A handoff running left, Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Wilson. Going for the deep ball. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. This is a pretty significant moment, a pretty cool moment. He just went over 50,000 career passing yards, and we might as well go ahead and measure for the gold jacket.
Make sure you measure it right, too. Make sure it fits perfectly when he walks out there for that ceremony. 50,000 yards in the NFL. Wow. Longevity, talent, a little bit of luck along the way, and a whole lot of people helping him get it done.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. Touchdown. It's complete. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Titans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
We got this.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Let's go double count right here. Double split.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Open man is McMahon. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Let's go, D. Triple. Check number 6.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Safety's creeping. Back's mine. Mike's fine.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there for Indy.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, D, get off the field.
They go play action, now Mahomes. And he's gonna go down. They get to him back at the 40. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Hines. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Touchdown, Colts. That's caught at the 1. Darren Waller. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second and 16. To throw is Wilson. That's caught by McMath. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here's Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now Anderson on the jet sweep. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That's it, baby.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
14. Drop deep, 44, Mike, 44.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Three buzz.
Mike's 54.
Easy. Hey, watch that. Check Mike's 54.
They go play fake. Mahomes. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Hey, 15.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. Oh, dang, punt.
Now Mahomes.
Check, 41.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25.
Get ready.
And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Get all up, baby. Get this. Get all up. 41 Mike.
Mahomes now to throw.
Here I come again.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Christian Barmore gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Here we go again.
Hey, 43.
Mike. 54
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. This is intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. As a quarterback, Charles, you have to imagine that he knew that heat was coming there on that snap. But this time, the pressure forces him into an interception.
Absolutely he knew, and maybe that's a spot in other parts of the game. He's going to think about just throwing that one away, but down late in the fourth quarter, he has no choice, no luxury. He's got to try and make a play. And even with that pressure around him, he tried to complete it downfield to no avail.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move. Everyone come forward. Four down. Check 88. Check 88.
Now it's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set, and that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. This is Hines. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Hines. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Let's go, defense.
That's caught left side by Judy. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Push him back. Push him back. Check safety. Check safety. 15. 41's the mic.
Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Titans offense set to begin the drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Come on now. Quiddy Pay. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Flushed out right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Those two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 43. Mahomes going to throw. And this is caught off the deflection. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Let's go!
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Yellow. Check. Crunch. 54 smart.
From the 27, Mahomes. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Hey, watch
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Curtis Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th. What a comeback. 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. They've turned this game upside down.
It just tells you one more time, it's not over till it's over, right? You got to continue to battle, continue to play. And you walk a fine line as the team with the lead, too, don't you? Trying to drain clock, yet at the same time continue to move because otherwise you bog down. In this case, though, it's been a heck of a comeback.
It has been one heck of a comeback. You're right, though. Maybe on the other side being a little too conservative at times, and we see what's happened.
You wonder about Atlanta, Super Bowl 51?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. A handoff to Mixon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially